It's weird. This is like really heavy duty, but flimsy at the same time. It's like a strange little situation. All right, let's go. All right, so we're gonna do legs today. It's one of those days where I don't know. Some days you're just like into it and you just want to get busy. You want to get like right into it. Today's one of those cozy, sleepy Sunday fun days. So I gotta like snap myself out of it. I feel like doing machines because I'm feeling lazy like that, but I'm just like, nope. Let's just go right into free weights, So we're gonna start with front squats. And another thing, right? I'm always feeling like I want to do that exercise, this exercise. I want to knock out it's easy to do before you know it, 20, 30, 40 sets. And then it's like, what are you doing, It's like too much volume. So you got to kind of narrow it down with both sets and exercises. So I'm just going to pick maybe 6 exercises and gun for 3 sets on each. And just call it a wrap. Let's go. One, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna take me a few sets to kind of really get into it. But hope your Sunday's well. Sometimes you just gotta show up, Just gotta shake it off. Because every time I do, towards the middle, latter part of it, I always feel like, wow, I feel so much better now that I got in here, showed up, and just made it happen. Because of course there's a part of me that's like, Sunday, even though I'm trying to start the week off on a Sunday and do legs, but at the same time it's like, shake it off, shake it off, show up, keep chipping away. You got this, and that's what it comes down to. It's easy to just relax on a Sunday, right? It's difficult to show up and shake off being dreary and feeling like you want to be cozy. What's up, Christina? Hayden, how you doing? Let's get busy, Stay in a state of perpetual drive and determination. Get one more set here. Move to the next exercise. We'll go right to back squats. Keep it moving. I just feel like, you know what? Since I'm feeling like this, real cozy and unnecessarily relaxed to come into the gym with, that type of energy, let's just start with the tougher stuff. Free weights, big moves, compounds. Let's get it out the way, Last set here, and then we'll move on. Oh. Hey. Oh. Ah. Okay. We're gonna go right to back squats. Let's make it happen. You know? I'm not gonna say I've quite shaken off the dreariness yet, but feeling a little bit better, you know? I'm not going very heavy, so it's almost like my first working sets are like warm-ups, you know? Even though I'm not really gonna go heavy throughout this whole workout. For me, it's just about showing up, chipping away, staying at it, you know? I'll go a little heavier on this next exercise because this is really light. Just go right to back squats. I feel good because right to hip thrust. Oops. There we go. All right. Yeah, the weight's all right, you know. Let me move this back a little bit. Damn, this is heavy. It's not even moving. What kind of machine is this? Oh, it's a row. Okay. Ferry. All right, here we go. We're gonna do some glute work. Just get this out the way because it's always good to do glutes, right? And we'll do a few sets of this and then go right to step ups next. I feel good, you know, whenever you knock out the more challenging stuff like squats, it's a good feeling. Because I came in here like, oh man, I don't want to work out, I don't want to go to the gym. But, you know, always feels good once you get into the flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze at the top. 6, 7. Woo. Okay. Feels good. Yeah, my body's warming up now, you know? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're doing legs today, making it happen. Couple more sets of this, and then we get it done, you know? What's up, Maggie? How you doing? How's your Sunday going? There's a second storm coming. I don't know where you're located, but out here in New York, it's looking like it's only gonna be rain, at least in the southern parts of New York. So temperature's actually kind of warm today and tomorrow, so the rain might actually wash away a bunch of what's going on, but you know, other areas like in the Midwest and more northern regions. Oh man, I feel for you. 18 inches, 20 inches. It's supposed to be pretty crazy. So depending on where you're located, hopefully it doesn't affect you too ridiculously. All right, second set, let's get it. Moving right along. You know, if I wonder if I'll ever make it to Australia. I'm seeing a map of Australia on the TV. You know, Brisbane, Perth, all these places. The temperature's kind of nice over there. And I wonder, will I ever make it to these places? Will I ever get to Perth, Brisbane, Sydney? You know, will I get to these places? I don't know. Will I even get to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana? I don't know. There have been places that I've made it to already with the help of family, you know. Florida, Texas. But I want to see a lot more in life, you know. Last set. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Whew. Body's definitely warming up now. All right, let's get some step ups in. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Would like to use something like that, but let me see if there's something else around here that I can use, like a platform. There's a platform over there. You know what? I'll use this platform so that I could do step ups, and then I'll figure out how to boom. Let me get a couple dumbbells so I could get it knocked out. Like, I've been going pretty light, so let's just stay light, you know. These are good right here. And just, make it happen, you know, make it work. Just keep it going. Oof. Do a few more sets here. And then after this, we'll go we'll use the same dumbbells, we'll do lunges, and then we'll go right to calves. Done deal. Knocked everything out. Just like that. You know? So we'll go a couple more sets on step ups. We'll go lunges, and then we'll finish with calves. Easy, easy peasy. And the only reason it's easy, because no one said a workout had to be excruciating, you know, or so difficult. No, sometimes the difficult part is just showing up. And that is a mental battle more than anything. When you stay consistent here, sometimes you don't even have to go crazy working out. You know, especially if your habits are on point. If you sleep right, you stay hydrated. If you eat right, you know. So a big part of the battle is not necessarily once you're already in here training, but the actual showing up part, the actual staying consistent part. Sometimes that's more challenging than the actual workouts. It's the mental. As I was mentioning earlier on, right? What's up? What's up? Laura, how you doing? When I was doing squats in the beginning of this routine, I was saying how, you know, I was feeling like I didn't even want to work out, you know? I was feeling like, it's Sunday, I just want to relax. And I knew once my body started warming up and I got deeper into this whole workout that, like, it's like you reawaken your nerves, your motor function, blood flow. Just kind of like, it kind of wakes you up, you know? And then it's just like, you know what? More than half the workout is done. And usually around this time, it's like, it's your second wind. And then it's just like, at that point, you got to prevent yourself from not doing too much, right? Because I learned over time, if your habits are on point, then you don't have to go crazy in here. And not only with the intensity, but with the volume, you know? You don't have to go nuts in here to get good results. If your nutrition is on point, your sleep habits are on point, and your hydration is on point, you keep your stress levels as low as possible, you can just come in here and just keep chipping away. Stimulation, not annihilation. Plus, I work out at home. Bunch of calisthenic work, especially for legs. Okay. All right. One more exercise. We're just gonna knock out lunges, and then after lunges, we'll finish with calves. Done deal. Just like that, it's over, you know? Do a couple set of lunge. So I started with front squats, went to back squats, did hip thrusts. Right? That's 3 exercises. Did 3 sets each, that's 9 sets. Step ups, that's 12. Lunges, that'll be 15. And then seated calves, standing calves. So overall, you know, like 20 some sets. Take about a half hour. How long has this live stream been already? Yeah, half hour. That's it. That's all it takes, you know. Usually it takes about 40 minutes total time, you know, roughly 45 minutes. I mean, I could have been like really fast, like with no rest periods, and I could have knocked it out in 25 instead of 45, but I didn't really feel like going that intense, you know. So yeah, I don't need this right now. And this guy's working out, so I don't necessarily want to be all up in the next man's space, you know. So I'll just put this here, give him his room with his nice mauve shirt that he's got on. And let's go. Whew. Okay. A couple more sets here. Done deal, you know? Just like that. Two more sets. You know, I was just thinking about some memories, right? And it's just crazy how time flies, you know? I talk about so many different things that happen in life, and it's just like positive memories, but at the same time, it's like we have to make more memories. Like, they have to be extremely memorable moving forward, you know? And I intend personally to make some huge memories happen in life. Because I look back with fond memories on certain times and I'm like, yeah, that was a different time. you know? We move through stages of psychological and emotional development. So as mature beings, I do think it's important to create lasting impressions for our future selves, you know? Here we go. Okay, one more set. And then all we have left is seated and standing calves. Done deal. Everything is a lesson. And like I said, I've learned in this arena how to get results without necessarily having to go crazy. Because there was a previous live stream where someone was like, well, what do you do for fun? You know, like you have to live life, right? But I think it's all relative. Because if you sacrifice in certain ways with a lot of discipline, then you open up pathways in other aspects of life where you can kind of live life a bit more. Right? So it's like, where do you choose to exert more sacrifice and discipline? And where do you choose to relax, so to say, in other areas? Okay? All right, last set here. One, two, three, four. Big steps for posterior chain. One, two, three. All right, we're gonna go right to calves now. Put this away. Move on. Oh. You know that there's a hack squat machine right over there that's kind of calling me. And it's like, don't you want to do hack squats? Don't you want to do hack squats? Don't you want to make hack squats happen? And I'm like, no. Yeah, I do. But it'll be taken away from the game plan, you know? Just stay focused. Stay with it. Okay, here we go. Seated calves. Modified, that is. Do 3 sets here, and then 3 sets of straight leg extensions for gastrocs. Done deal. Wipe my hands, kill the germs. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna go home and do a bit more calisthenic work, real brief. And that's really it, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whew. You know, it was, I think part of the reason why, you know, in my head, it's not because it's Sunday, right? And oh, it's Sunday, and that's why, like, I feel dreary and drowsy. No, it's because I had difficulty sleeping. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours trying to sleep, and I wasn't getting to it. Like all this time was going by, but in my head, because I use a Fitbit, right? I use a Fitbit to monitor my sleep, and I know how much sleep I need to be able to kind of fully function properly. And it's like, I gotta get this sleep. And I kept saying to myself, like, I have to get this sleep. I finally got to it. It took me like 5 hours plus. I finally get to sleep, and then I overslept again, which may be a good thing, right? It wound up taking me 5 hours to get an additional 4 hours of sleep. So I winded up sleeping for a total of just under 10 hours, which is, I think, a bit excessive, but you know, it's better than getting 2 hours of sleep, right? So. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. We'll do one more set here. Hope everyone's well. Hope your Sunday's going well. Let's start off the week, you know. Strong with legs. And crush this week in front of us. Productive, positive, powerful. Let's make it happen. One more set here, and then we'll go to straight legs. Done deal. Let's go. Woo. All right, now we're gonna do 3 sets of standings. Well, straight leg. For gas drop, just work the soleus. So now we're gonna work gas drops, and should be a good thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I do calves all the time anyways. You know, constantly doing calves. So I do air squats too. I do that all the time as well. But I'm definitely doing calves a lot. So whenever I get in here and do calves with resistance, it's just like a plus. I'm doing calves, my own body weight, off of like a ledge all the time. And since I started, as you can see in the thumbnail, my calves are pretty decent. Like there's good vascularity, just like in my fingers, in my hands. There's good shape size is decent, but you know, especially as men, we always want to get a little bit more lean muscle mass. I've just separated getting big as a man from quality lean muscle mass, you know? Nowadays, I'm not focused on getting big. I'm focused on quality lean muscle mass for aesthetics on my frame. So no matter like, kind of like however big I get, I'm probably always gonna look skinny with clothes on. It's like a sleeper build all the time, you know? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more set. Abdullah, no. My dingling is out the way, you know? So, and I have a good amount of practice when it comes to food and stuff like that, where I don't have to worry about that, you know? It's a very serious question, by the way, so I hope I gave you a serious enough response. We'll make this the second to last set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. Do one more set, done deal. So many things in my head, like that are racing through my mind on what to accomplish. You know, like I'm here in the gym, and there are a lot of people around me, but I'm not thinking about the gym at all. I'm like thinking about so many things to get done throughout life, you know? I just use the gym as like blood flow. To just get everything kind of, like I like looking in front of the mirror and feeling strong and looking good and fitting clothes properly. I like all of that stuff. I like feeling strong as far as like not getting injured. This helps with like overall well-being, lower stress. It helps you go to sleep properly. So there's a lot of benefits here, but I'm just thinking about achieving greatness constantly, you know? Last set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. You know what? I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it. Might as well. I'll make this the last of the last. You know? I'll just do like 1 or 2 sets here. I'm gonna do this right here. Which is basically hack squat. Using this? All right. All right, let's go. Last one. Whew. just do like 1 or 2 sets here and it's over. Cause then I'm just gonna be like, oh, but I could do leg press too, and I could no. Matter of fact, I'm only gonna do 1 set here. Cause then I'm just gonna start, oh, I could do shins, I could do this, I could do that. Like no. It's just stop it already. One more. Oof. That felt good, I'm not gonna lie. It felt good. I'm glad I did it. It's a done deal. Heavyweight. All right, it's over. So, as always, appreciate every person that stopped by, took this ride to start the week. Let me just clean my hands. Prevent myself from getting any kind of, germs being passed, accidentally, rub my face or anything. This woman right here has an LOX cap, proudly repping the Yonkers group. I respect it. I wouldn't mind getting an LOX cap, but in the meantime, in between time, like I said, appreciate every person coming out, and hope you have a solid week in front of you. Truly crush it. I'm gonna get some macros in, macronutrients that is. Do a little bit more working out when I get back home, and I'll be sure to spread more positive energy in the near future. Just under an hour today. It was a quick one. We knocked out legs. And another successful one, With that being said, catch you all on the next one,